Greetings and salutations, everyone. So here we are back in the world of Swarmlake here. So you might be asking, why are we here? First off, I hadn't had a chance to go and grind up some experience points for Mega Man 02. I will get it done this week, however, so we can go back to resume that. Second reason is that just shortly after I released my last video on Swarmlake, a new update called Chapter 2 came out and made, I guess, for just a overall experience, it just made it for a smoother experience. And we'll get to some of the finer details in that there. But look at that sun. It's beautiful. I only say it's beautiful right now because we have rain clouds that are coming in, so it's actually much darker here than it should be. It's problematic. I prefer it when it's sunny so I don't look as paisley white as I usually do. But that is that. It is nice to see some rain. It's just weird to see it during Thanksgiving weekend, essentially. Or, well, I guess we're not there yet. I guess it's next weekend, but, you know, Thanksgiving holiday. It rhymes with rain and all that. Alright, so, the other thing I'm doing is, I was playing with keyboard and mouse before. This time I'm playing with a controller. It's something, it's been around with it for quite a while, controller support for this game. But it's just the same thing. You just move with the left joystick, you're just looking around, and then you're jumping with the right bumper. And that's all we're doing here. So one of the major changes is, you can see these, the bomb enemies, friendlies, they flash, which just makes it look, whoop, back here please, just makes them stand out like a little bit more, not like superbly, like, when you're in the middle of the whole swarm, you're still gonna have a trouble time trying to find it, but they stand out just a little bit. Mechanics-wise, you, for lack of a better explanation, like, you just have better control over your fall. You fall slightly slower, it looks like. Jumping on enemies feels a little bit easier than it used to. Like, it feels like I have a little bit more leeway into when I can actually jump on an enemy. But it's still the same old song and dance, nothing like superbly different. The other major thing that I notice is that it takes less time to load, which is, it doesn't sound like a huge thing, but sometimes it really did, like, just take a while for it to load up. So I was like, okay. I will say that I achieved a pretty darn, there's 1,000 points, that's another new feature here. But I did achieve a new high score when I was just practicing, you know, just checking out the recording and making sure everything was lined up ready to go. I was like, alright, I'll just score, you know, do my one. Oh gosh, I didn't even see that. But yeah, so that's my new high score, 2,734, which is actually one of the best I've ever done. So I'm quite happy about that. I don't know if I actually talked about it too, but we got some new neighbors who have moved into the house just across from us that sold out. And as predictable, I don't know how I survived that, by the way. I don't. I should have died. But as predicted, it is old people who have moved in, and I can't really blame them. The house is perfect for old people's house. It's a single-story building. It's a little bit smaller, like feet per square measurements. We live pretty close to, like, you know, a grocery store. We've got, there's the old folks community center, which is really just a golf course building that's been repurposed. Just pretty much, we live in a gated community as well, which old people really like because they don't want random salespeople coming in and disturbing their peace. I don't know how old they are. They look like they're in, like, you know, the late 60s, 70s range. But, like, it's not a bad thing to be 60 or 70. I'm just saying, like, it would be nice to have some younger blood mixed in around here. Because it's, like, to think about it, like, it's us, like, me and my brothers. There's a family with children up the street. And maybe, like, some teenagers, like, around the bend or way out there. But other than that, we're just surrounded by old people. But we'll see. Hopefully they're gonna be cool. Like, cause they don't... Because here's the thing, we do occasionally have, like, game nights, family moves in occasionally for the holidays and whatnot, which that's acceptable. We do have game nights where a bunch of friends come over, play video games, board games, games in between. So hopefully they're gonna be cool about, like... And it's not like we take up their parking space, but hopefully they're not those kind of people that are like, oh, I'm only here because I need peace and quiet. But we'll see how that all works out. Yes, okay, finally got 1,000 points. That felt like it took years. I haven't actually found... There we go, okay. That's good, but we're gonna have to abandon ship. It's highly unfortunate. These green diamonds do not stick around forever, so you gotta pick and choose your targets. Okay, just going through. Dang it! Ugh. That's why I didn't enjoy it before. The mouse is actually in the way. That is highly unfortunate. I also just keep selecting the world, the filter there for leaders board there. But yeah, no, this game still the same. Feel like I should talk about something about this game. Still love it. It's just a very nice. It's a nice little hobby. Like, people collect stamps. I play Swarmlake. Ooh, okay. Don't know what was going on with those guys. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, the rain's coming in, which is nice for the trees that are used to not getting rain this time of year. Tiny detail. Alright, there we go. That was good. That was good. Come here, no! Purple blobs, I need friends! I'm actually trying to think. It's because there's this weird gap where I've done the recordings, and then I tested this to get everything ready for a new high score, so I'm kind of just lost as to what I should talk about. There we go, 1,000 points. Something new to talk about. Other than that, it's just everything's fine and dandy here. We'll, like I said before, we'll go back to... Dang it! I risked it for the biscuit, and there was no biscuit. Stop it. Alright. The mouse just seems fixated on just always being there for the score. Don't know why. Maybe that's a fix that could be applied in the future. No, in all seriousness, though, I'm glad the dev for this is still working on this game, that he hasn't just dropped it by the wayside. And from what I could tell, too, he listens in on, you know, comments, ideas from the community, and then best applies knowledge to make this game better and more efficient. I believe he did make a new engine for this game, which is kind of partly the reason of why it feels smoother. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see him still not giving up on this baby. And it's not like it's a super serious game. Like, it's not like, oh gosh, I don't even know how I died there. But it's nice to see that he hasn't just left us by the wayside. And it's not like it's a multiplayer game. Like, not in the traditional sense of like, oh, you know, guns have got to feel balanced, characters need to feel perfect in every single way. It's just, no, it's just a simple game. Feels like something you would do as like a school project, but it's one of those games where I'm like, no, it's genuinely fun to play as, even if you're not super skilled in the world of first-person shooters. You can still find a good amount of joy. And I'm not a big person on like multiplayer stuff. I prefer single-player experience games or co-opable stuff. That's my forte. I'm not like what you would call a competitive gamer. Even like with the leaderboard stuff, I'm just like, oh, it's cute to see where I'm at, but I don't play this game to be like, you know, the top 10 and whatnot. I go to have fun. And that's my idea of how games should be. Like, games, if you're not having fun playing a game, whether it's competitive or not, like, you really shouldn't be playing that game. Weirdly, oh gosh, alright. The thing that someone, like, I can relate to, someone once told me, like, if you're not having fun losing money in a gambling game, you really shouldn't be a gambler. Which I'm like, that's actually, like, super deep and super, like, dumb moment at the same time, like. But that's the idea I have here, is like, you know, if you're not having fun playing a multiplayer game, don't be a multiplayer. Like, go, because there's games like these that exist out here that are just good for the single player experience. But I think that is it for me. We'll get back to hopefully doing a regular schedule if all things go well here. Happy to see what Mega Man Zero 2 will bring out, but in the meantime, I will call it quits. Thank you all for watching. I hope you're having a great day today. Take care, everyone.